Take a look.
The predicate of your positions that life begins at fertilization, that science is very clear about that. And you have to know science isn't, there's no consensus among the scientific community.
There is, Dr. Phil. 96% of scientists say that life begins at fertilization. If you're an in vitro specialist, you're looking to create
let me
a single-cell embryo, and then you know you have a new human life. So it is a scientific fact.
Well, actually, it's not.
Well, when do you say human life begins then?
It doesn't matter what I think. I don't care what I think. What I'm saying is the scientific community does not have a consensus about when life begins.
It's simply inaccurate. It's simply inaccurate.
That's not true. You can go to the body.
A single-cell embryo is a unique new human life.
You can go to the body of scientific literature and you can find neuroscientists who say that it begins when there is a detectable brainwave.
But Dr. Phil, in an abortion, if it's not a human life, why do you have to kill it?
I haven't spoken over you, and you keep speaking over me, and I assume that's because you don't want me to finish my thought, which is, if anyone here wants to fact check me instead of speak over me, you can go to the scientific literature and query what the definition is of the beginning of life, and you will find that there are different definitions, and it's up to you to decide what you think.
There is nothing you could possibly say to justify that level of lack of empathy. And that's the problem I feel like in this country at the moment. We were founded on the lack of empathy, and we've just kept up with that tradition. If you have no empathy.
Abortion is devastating to women's mental health. No one talks about that. The year after a woman has an abortion,
the child isn't born yet. It's not there.
We should not take out generational sin on a child to say there's generational sin and that dad was an abuser, so the child should be killed. That's not fair to the child.
We're talking about rights. And he just said, a right has been taken away from us. And what is next?
I want to address that because our fundamental human right that we all share in this room is life. It's the first human right. Laws are meant to protect the weak. In a society, who's the weakest? Who's the weakest in the society? A child. They don't have a voice. They can't speak. A child in the room, or a poor child would be the weakest.
Keep them that way by
and a child with disability. Listen, whether you live 10 minutes or 10 years or 100 years, you're a human life, and you have the right to not be killed. And that's what the pro-life fight is all about. That's what we're fighting for, a culture of life where we provide real health care. You know, abortion is the intentional destruction of an innocent human life.
Yeah, we right back at you, man. It's King Von holding it down with the cool table. Got my homie Big T with the T.
Good.
Yeah, man. Now, y'all just saw that clip, man. It's a crazy situation. And, you know, I find it weird that in the midst of people trying to kick logic, right, or kick facts, you can see deflection. You can see deflection when it's happening. You can see while this young lady is trying to tell him these basic facts, right? And I didn't even know about the embryo thing. Something about, she was saying in vitro, something like that. If you do in vitro, something like that, there's a live embryo or something. But there's a lot of levels of where we see that life starts. And I can't believe that they were so adamant about trying to push the agenda of abortion. And it's shocking to me. I don't know about you. Well, shit, man. We talk about it often, so I know it's not shocking to you that there's so many people that are comfortable with the level of murder to children that's happening. And just because I think it's like out of sight of mind. I don't see the body, so it didn't really happen.
Yep.
You feel me? Like for real, because you don't have to live with that actual trauma. Like there's people who see real life murder. That's a different situation. You can't escape what you just seen, but just to have some. But then again, I hear stuff like this. I also hear women say that they get into a depressed, mental, messed up state because of that light being sucked out of them, literally sucked out of them, right? So they feel a vacancy and emptiness. So I don't know, you know, but what do you think, T?
Man, I think they put a big emphasis on black men killing each other.
Yeah.
How about black women killing unborn babies?
Yeah.
They don't put enough emphasis on that.
Now, first of all, that's a whole conspiracy. We're gonna touch base on that thing too, because it's meant to be in the black community.
Yeah.
The genocide that's happening is meant to be there. That's why you find Planned Parenthood majority in the urban community. That's, you know what I'm saying? So we got black on black crime with black men. We got women going ahead and taking a baby down the street to get them murdered on the way. And that way we can just kill everybody off. But nonetheless, but nonetheless, we have a responsibility. It's not like we don't know Planned Parenthood is there. So women can't just, you know. So go ahead. You think it's a?
They talk about how much bodies Tyrone got. What about how much bodies Tyquisha got?
Tyquisha,
you know, a lot of shit. Most of the time, Tyquisha got more bodies than Tyrone.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, most of the time.
And to the point that they sometimes they go to the point that they forced to have to have a baby, because after 3, I think you can't have any more abortions.
You want to see the irony? Here's how it's so ironic, right?
Yeah.
So, to the people that say abortions is not killing because it's not, the kid's not born yet, that's what they say, right?
Yeah, the kid's not a child until the heartbeat or something like that. Okay. Some people say.
So if Tyrone shoots the pregnant woman in the stomach, he's getting charged.
Oh, for double homicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's a life.
Now it's a life.
T with the T. Hey, look, but that's facts though. Damn, T. I never really even thought about it like that, but that's so real. And no, nigga, they quit. That's not even a question. That is quick. You murder a pregnant woman, don't let that child not survive automatically. You up the road for double homicide, and they make it sure because you killed the innocent baby, right?
And guess what?
Damn,
that baby don't gotta have no arms, legs,
nothing,
no heartbeat,
nothing. She just gotta say, or they just have to know she was pregnant with a child. That alone. And watch this shit. The outrage from the community. The outrage from the community will be like, nigga, you killed a baby. I can't believe you killed a baby, right?
And the same ones who believe the baby. The same ones who believe the baby isn't a human yet.
Yeah.
They'll be the first one to protest and send him to prison because he killed the baby.
And because they killed him. Yup.
Make it make sense.
Yup.
It doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense because it's an emotional tirade. It's an emotional pull. It's like, it's emotions is based on how you feel at that moment, bro. That's why it don't stand. That's why it's so faulty. And with that shit, it don't have to make sense. And you're dealing with a bunch of... Listen, I hate to even say it, but if it's a woman's choice and you're dealing with some... People call these people unstable creatures. Have you heard this? And I believe that. Because only a person... Like, you can't have one decision and one thought pattern. And it applies here. And because you go through an emotional wave, it adjusts and flips to a whole nother lane. And now this is the reality of the day. That's unstable. That's teeter-tottery, right? It has no balance. And life works in balance. That's why you have to have logic and you have to have emotions to be able to empathize and then be able to analyze, right? But if you are just coming up with stuff on the cuff, like, yesterday I wanted to be a mother and it was great. Today, Tony doesn't want me no more. I can't stand it. And damn and now the baby don't exist. Yesterday you was buying baby clothes. Today the baby don't exist. It's not even a baby because now that's how you feel. And then we use justification. Where's the accountability at, man? I can't get away with that shit. If I kill that woman, off the rip.
Only she can kill that baby.
Only she can kill that baby, and it's her choice to kill that baby. And how dare you not support her murdering your child?
So, and what we learned today is women have the option to kill as long as they're pregnant. But anyone else, if your life is not in danger, you don't have the right to kill at all.
Yeah.
Only women can kill without their life being in danger.
That's absolutely right. And I didn't know that, but now I know that, and I'm glad. That's why we bring things to the pool table, so I can get informed. But what I also like is that there's still people out there that believe the old way, that believe that life is at the conception, bro. that as soon as that, I remember watching it. You ever seen this movie called Look Who's Talking?
No.
All right, so at the beginning of Look Who's Talking, you see the sperm and they talking to each other. And the sperm is eating at the egg and then it wiggles itself in there. The concept is that when that thing gets in there, that's life. That's life. Life is happening, right? The same way that my man right here, he's a great gardener, man. He's gonna teach me a lot more stuff. We might even integrate this, so I want y'all to be aware of this. But when you plant that seed, and then you put that water on that seed, and you tell me if I'm wrong, because you know more. Because that banana tree, I want some more bananas too. I ain't playing with you. But put that water on that seed, and you get it. That sunlight starts to talking to it, right? Something's happening underneath the soil. Now you may live out of sight, out of mind, like there ain't nothing underneath that ground. But little do you know, it doesn't matter if you ignore it. It's something happening under that ground. Even if you walk away from watering it yourself, there's natural rain and things that can still cause that seed to grow. So even if you, neglect the seed, true indeed, it's still things happening. So I can't lie to myself and say just because I disregard this seed over here that now today I don't give a fuck about it, right? And that's the facts that need to be remained, not the emotional pull on my heart that makes me today I don't care about gardening no more. I gave it up. Just because you gave it up doesn't mean the process has quit. Just because you stopped doesn't mean the process stops. And we need to stop making excuses for murderers. If we can't make excuses for murderers in the street, we damn sure can't make excuses for murderers in the hospital.
I said lock them up. I said lock these females up.
I mean...
No, lock them up. Because I can't kill. So
right.
You shouldn't be able to kill. It's the bottom line.
I mean, that's real. And at one point in time, it would make perfect sense.
And then it would make perfect sense. We got this thing. Let's say we already gave you the scenario about the baby in the stomach if Tyrone shoots Quisha.
Yeah.
But then again, just say a kid is 3 years old or whatever. He's already here, and Tyrone goes and shoot up a house, and that kid get hits.
Yeah.
They still going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and a baby got hit?
Because now I see it with my own eyes. I can't escape. I can't ignore it. Yeah. Like I see the blood. I see the. You feel me?
So how about this? Yeah. Since they react when they see it.
Yeah.
How about?
Shit.
How about we come up with a law, right?
Yeah.
That if a nigga kills another nigga, or let me just be politically correct. If a man kills another man,
right.
And if I dispose of the body and you don't see it,
right,
you can't throw me in jail.
Right. There you go.
I could tell you I killed so and so, but you don't see it, so
out of sight, out of mind. Right. Get me free. Yeah.
I can't go to
but
jail.
See, but then they will laugh you out of the courtroom. Exactly. They would say that is the most absurd thing I ever heard, Mr. T. You think this is a joke? Exactly. Do you think this is a game? Exactly. You're dealing with lives here, Mr. T. Right? Real talk. And then probably give you a harsher penalty for coming and wasting the court's time. Mm-hmm. But if I go in there with a woman, right? And shit, let's even go better. Let me transform into a woman for the day. No. We're gonna go there, man. I'm gonna leave it right there because that wheel can get to spinning and this world is already crazy enough. But the point of this thing, let me just kind of bring it back. It's like simple as this, man. The irony of that, we live in this time where murder can be so casual. And we have our ears and plugged up to where we don't want to hear no actual information or nothing opposing our thought. You feel me? drphil is supposed to be somebody that's kind of in the middle. You would think that somebody who's about information would be open and receptive to information. But it seemed like he didn't want to hear none of that, right? And then the audience member, typical emotional feminist leftist talking about feel, empathize, feel where I'm coming from. And I'm assuming she wants me to feel the fact that she didn't want to be burdened by the child no more. She wants the opportunity to kill the child if she could. She doesn't feel like raising the child because the dude might not be there. So she regrets laying down with the guy that she was fucking in the first place. And now she wants us either to pay for her abortion or give her the right to go and kill the abortion so she doesn't have to go to some back alley and do it or be stuck raising a child that she's responsible for. These are the type of things I guess she wants me to empathize with, right? You feel her pain?
I don't feel
But the next time, man, this is the Cool Table holding it down. It's King Von, man, and the homie Big T with the T, man. Y'all be good, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.